I'm Aaron Ellis, and welcome to Epic Insights with Ovations, a Nobody Studios portfolio company. This is the show where we bring you exclusive conversations with world-class experts, advisors, and top talent making waves and shaping the future of business. Whether you're a business leader, entrepreneur, or just passionate about personal and professional growth, you're in for some game-changing insights. Let's dive in. Today, we're talking with Joshua Smith. Now, Joshua is an award-winning, accomplished executive sales expert, renowned for driving growth and building lasting partnerships. He's been working with Fortune 5 companies for the past 15 years, and we're going to get some epic insights from Joshua today. Joshua, how are you?
Good, Aaron. Thanks for having me, bud.
Good. So just some simple questions today, as I prepped you beforehand. Number one, what is one skill that has served you the most in your sales career?
The skill that served me most in my sales career is creativity. I went to school for art because it was something I was good at, but that creative mindset has paid multiple dividends over my career. A lot of times it's the avenue to success is utilizing creativity to find a solution to a problem. And, creating a win-win scenario is not black and white. You have to get in there and make a little color happen. So it's been a gift that's kept on giving. And it's my hope to, help people find what those gifts are, because I imagine most of them are steeped in creativity.
Wow, that's a good perspective. I never really thought about that. Me being a creative as well, I can see how it's played a big role in my sales. Now, second question for today. What is one thing people should know about the sales industry? You had one thing to tell people.
Salesmen are not trying to get you. And they're just trying to feed their families. And most salespeople are not trying to sell something that they don't like. Most of the time, a salesperson has decided to get on board with a product because they enjoy the product themselves, or they enjoy what the product does for the people that they sell it to.
Yeah. So what's the word I'm looking for? It's a misunderstanding when people have a feeling of salespeople are sleazy and stuff like that. What do you think is played into that kind of mentality? And
movies, and poor execution of communication. Most of the time when I'm being sold to, I try and pull out the things that I want to hear to sell me on the product, especially if I enjoy the product just on its face value. But then most of the time when I get someone that I know is trying to sell to me and that's been given a script on how to sell, I try to pull from them, the stuff I want to hear. And hopefully the light goes off in their head and they're like, oh, that's why people buy this stuff. I think the movie industry has not done us salespeople a net benefit, because usually it's like the slimy salesperson trying to sell you something, a hunk of junk, right? But I'm not saying that those people don't exist. I'm just saying that it's not the overwhelming majority of people. You got to be able to communicate the message of the product to the people that would most benefit from your product.
Got it. I like that answer. All right. So in all your experience and your personal perspective on this, what do you think is the next needed big shift in the sales field to bring more success?
Well, to bring more success to someone like a manufacturer, I think the biggest issue that they have, at least in my experience, is they don't know how to best use the information they have about their customers, or they don't know how to correlate activity to profit. So meaning you can have the best CRM in the world, but if you don't know how to analyze the data in a way to understand what is allowing people to enter into an investment in your product, the data is worthless. It's just a bunch of names and phone numbers. And it seems like there's a big disconnect on, we have the data versus okay, this data is valuable. And the data is valuable, but you have to interpret the data properly and then make adjustments to your sales process to fit your goals.
That makes sense. And in the age of AI and stuff, I think it's probably getting easier to get. Well, I wonder actually, what's your thought on that? Is it getting easier to get accurate data or more problematic?
I think it can be problematic. You know, when they invented the photograph, right? When they invented the ability to print out photographs, artists pivoted into an interpretational style art form, the Impressionist. And that was pretty successful because it was unique. So finding that uniqueness through AI, I think is probably something you could achieve faster. But AI is only as good as the person that's wielding it.
Yeah,
it's still just a tool. It's not. It's still an interpretation tool. It's not going to give you creativity necessarily. It might give you some options that other people have done, but it's not going to give you an original idea yet. Not until general intelligence is manifested somehow, whatever that might be.
Next question. If you had to make an impact on someone in just 1 minute, what idea, phrase, or story would you share with them to make it lasting?
I'd say believe in yourself above anything else. If you have a good idea, research the idea, figure out how it benefits humanity, and then pull in a good group of people around you to align with that idea and push forward no matter the criticism.
So the foundation is in yourself, believing in yourself. I like that.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
All right. Last question for today. What is your superpower?
My superpower is patterns. Intuitively, I kind of pull different pieces that are around me, whether they're physical or an idea, and putting those things together to form something that I believe will help people. So I'm interested in helping people and aligning with people that are in that same vein.
So how does your superpower of patterns and being able to see patterns apply to your sales techniques or in helping others understand how to utilize that in sales?
Yeah, so sales, I believe, is one of the key ingredients to a free economy because there's a lot of options out there. And being able to communicate to potential customers what those options are and how it benefits them is pivotal, especially if you have something unique that benefits society or enables joy into people's lives. Then those things should not fail. And they can fail when you issue some sort of mandate that has your salespeople doing cold calling all the time and playing the numbers game. Most sales systems are designed to play some sort of numbers game, but it's not a numbers game. It's an education game if you want to apply game to it. The key is to transmit the benefits in a way that allow people to understand how it's going to benefit them, whether it be joy or making their lives better or easier or more practical or more efficient, things like that. The sales portion of any industry or any company is key to growth. And if you don't feed the sales system with good nutrients as far as being able to educate the potential customer, then it's not going to grow the way you want it to.
Makes sense. Well, Joshua, I appreciate your time today and all your insights, and we'll chat with you again soon.
Thanks, Aaron. I appreciate you.
That's a wrap for today's episode of Epic Insights with Ovations. I hope you found our conversation as insightful and inspiring as I did. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to subscribe, leave us a review, and share it with anyone who could use a little epic insight. Remember, the journey to growth never stops, so keep learning, stay curious, and let's continue building something extraordinary together. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.